Kanye West has gone on a rant and begged for help from other celebrities now that he's going through a custody battle with his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. Kanye and Kim share 4 children together, but with Kanye's recent behavior, Kim has been restricting his rights to visit the kids or collaborate with them, with Kanye calling the current situation visitation in jail. He tweeted about the subject in a now-deleted tweet where he said, "I don't want to just see my kids, I need to raise them. I need to have a say-so of where they go to school and who their friends are and whose houses they sleep over, whether my daughters wear lipstick and perfume," he wrote in the now-deleted tweet. "All these rights have been taken from me by the Kardashian mob, Hulu, and Disney, and the bigger agenda to use the selectively bred black children to be platforms to influence black people," he said. Now, additionally, Kanye called out several high-profile figures, Hollywood celebrities like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kendrick Lamar, Elon Musk, and even President Donald Trump, questioning why they were silently watching as Kim allegedly kept him from his children. Now, I have a feeling though that none of these people will actually be helping him. Later, Kanye tweeted, "Y'all, I want to say I'm acting out because of my childhood, but I don't even get to be a dad." He also claimed that he hadn't seen his older son Saint at all that year. However, photos obtained by Page 6 contradicted that statement, showing Kanye and Saint shopping at a convenience store earlier this year. With Kanye's recent behavior, it's no shock that Kim doesn't want the kids to be around him. I just hope that they can find a solution for all of this. The infamous Met Gala is happening this Monday, so be prepared to see all your favorite stars stepping out in their best outfits. This year's Met Gala theme is Tailored for You, in connection with the Costume Institute landmark new exhibition, Superfine Tailoring Black Style. Now, the co-chairs who host the Met Gala this year are actor Coleman Domingo, Formula One driver Lewis Hamilton, rapper A$AP Rocky, and musician, record producer, and Louis Vuitton men's creative director Pharrell Williams. Now, some celebrities are actually banned from the Met Gala, as Anna Wintour even said it herself. The Vogue editor has only explicitly spoken about one guest she would never invite back in public, which is US President Donald Trump, whom she mentioned on James Corden's late night talk show in 2017 when asked to name names. Now, other previous guests have said they'll never go back, including Demi Lovato, Zayn Malik, and Tina Fey. Now, it will be interesting to see everyone's looks and how they take on the theme this year. Diddy's legal trial is finally here, and it starts on Monday, May 5th. Now, Diddy has denied all charges against him and has pleaded not guilty. With jury selection slated for Monday, further details of the upcoming trial have emerged, including that the judge has granted Diddy special permission to wear his own clothes while taking the stand in court. Now, opening statements for the trial are expected to begin on May 12th, and this will be when both sides are given the chance to set out their arguments and put forward their evidence. Now, because Diddy's case is a criminal one and not a civil one, the prosecution will set out its argument first, hoping to prove Diddy is guilty of the accused crimes beyond all reasonable doubt. Now, it's been confirmed that his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura is set to take the stand. Now, if found guilty, Diddy could face a life sentence, and outside of this criminal case, Diddy is also dealing with more than 20 civil lawsuits as well. J.Lo has just revealed that she's still living in the $68 million Bel Air mansion she shared with her ex-husband Ben Affleck. Now, the couple are trying to sell the house, but no one is interested as the asking price seems to be too high. Rumor has it that Ben wants to lower the price, but J.Lo wants to keep it the same. Now, proof that J.Lo is still living there was confirmed by her as she posted recent photos from inside the house. Now, this seems kinda messed up though, don't you think? That Ben wants to sell it ASAP while J.Lo doesn't even want to move out. Meghan Markle has been doing more press recently, and she just appeared on a podcast episode of the Jamie Kern-Lima show. During the episode, she broke down in tears during a rare and emotional interview though, opening up about the intense scrutiny and criticism she says she has faced over the past 5 years. "People don't like me, they don't know me," she admitted, her voice cracking with emotion. "You just want to be liked, you just want to be seen for what your own values are." Now, Meghan spoke candidly about the the difficulty of holding onto her authenticity in the face of widespread attacks, describing how she often felt picked apart by people who had never met her. Now, some people are calling her out online, making fun of her, saying that her tears were fake and that she's doing this all for attention. Others feel bad for the former royal, acknowledging that being in the spotlight can be hard. But I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Kim Kardashian may finally be getting justice in her 2016 Paris robbery. In October 2016, Kim Kardashian was robbed at weapon point in her Paris hotel room, with around $10 million worth of jewelry being taken. Kim Kardashian had been staying at the Hotel de Paris for Paris Fashion Week when the masked men broke in. They tied her up and duct taped her mouth and eyes shut. It was later then revealed that the intruders were a group of men in their 60s and 70s who had been planning the burglary for 2 years before the attack, and they had used her social media pages to organize the heist in its entirety. French police said that Kim's use of Snapchat may have alerted the robbers to the jewelry that she had with her in Paris, as well as the fact that she was in the hotel room all alone. Now, just this week, 10 suspects, whose ages range from 35 to 78, appeared in a court in the French capital at the start of a month-long trial in which Kim will actually testify. Now, out of the 10 suspects, half of them are answering to armed robbery and kidnapping accusations. The remainder are being tried for their alleged roles as accessories to the crime or for unlawful weapon possession. Elon Musk is preparing to step back from his work leading the Department of Government Efficiency. In interviews with reporters, he defended Doge's work as he prepares to scale back his government role and spend more time at his businesses. Now, he spoke very vaguely about the work he'd been doing and Doge's future, and he seemed to be taken aback by the intense backlash he had encountered. Being attacked relentlessly is not super fun, he said. Seeing cars burning is not fun, he added, referring to Tesla cars being smashed or set on fire as people protested Elon. Doge's attempts to access sensitive government information, including social security data, has similarly met resistance in court, and Democrats just unveiled an online tracker tallying the federal funds approved by Congress that Doge has blocked, setting up a constitutional struggle between two branches of government. Now, it seems like Elon has made quite the mess, but it appears that he's getting out scot-free. And Gwyneth Paltrow has now spoken out about her 2023 ski crash to Erin Foster and Sarah Foster during an episode of the sisters' World's First podcast. Now, if you didn't know, a retired optometrist, Terry Sanderson, filed a lawsuit which accused Gwyneth of causing a 2016 ski crash in which he sustained injuries. Now, when reflecting on the case, Gwyneth said it was ridiculous, and I have to say, the idea that someone could ski into your back and knock you down and then sue you, I was like, this is everything that's wrong with our legal system. Now, Gwyneth, who denied any wrongdoing in the case, filed her own countersuit against the eye doctor, alleging that he was responsible for the collision and placed the blame on her in an attempt to exploit her celebrity and wealth. Now, in the end, Gwyneth won the case as a jury found Sanderson to be 100% at fault for the incident and granted her a symbolic request of $1 in damages, which she was very happy about.
Kanye West storms out of recent interview with Piers Morgan, and Jennifer Lopez revealed what she told her kids about Ben Affleck. Kanye West spent approximately 3 minutes doing an interview with Piers Morgan before storming off, which, to be fair, is probably about as long as we'd all want to spend talking to Piers Morgan. Kanye's exit was prompted by a dispute about social media followers and preceded by a hilariously debatable exchange with Morgan about the views in Spain and some not so thinly veiled comments from Kanye about being attacked by the banks. Kanye's appearance on Uncensored got off to a stupid start when Morgan asked how he was doing, and you replied saying, I mean, you see that view? Judge it on the view, as the answer to how my life is. Now judge me by the view. Morgan then suggested the serene view behind him was in stark contrast to the commotion that's engulfed the rapper's life over the past few years. It was a remark that successfully sent Kanye into his first little spiral. He said, I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks. And to be still here with this view is, that's Congrats, the win. So I think that I'm in contrast to your contrast. Now, Morgan then transitioned into West's post on X, noting that he has 32 million followers. West responded telling Morgan that you're not going to take inches off my junk, bro, before encouraging him to verify how many followers he actually has. Morgan's staff informed him that he actually has 33 million followers, with Morgan sarcastically responding, "Congratulations on your slightly bigger following than I thought." Ooh, messy. In other news, Jennifer Lopez isn't afraid to have those tough conversations with her kids. Months after she and Ben Affleck finalized their divorce, the singer shared how she navigated telling her 17-year-old twins, Max and Em, whom she shares with one of her many exes, Mark Anthony, about the end of their marriage. She said, I promise you, this is a difficult time, but you're going to see that I'll come out of it on the other side stronger and better. I promised them that, and I didn't." Jennifer continued to say, "And they feel it now. That gives me a great sense of peace in my life." Jennifer and Ben settled their divorce in January, 5 months after she initially filed to end their 2-year marriage in August 2024. Now, for Jennifer, navigating her children, through a big change has brought a sense of pride. She said, "I'm happier that I'm a step further along than I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm proud that I was able to navigate my children going through those difficult times, that they're stronger and better because of it." While Lopez said that she's currently in the best time of her life, getting there wasn't an easy process with a difficult breakup in the public eye. She said, "I had a really tough year. Unexpected things happened." And she revealed that she turned towards books, therapy, and self-reflection for healing. Now, as she prepares to get back on the road touring, Lopez revealed, "I'm only getting more comfortable in my own skin, and as time goes on." Now, Lopez's interview comes just days after she skipped the 2025 Met Gala, 1 year after her solo appearance at the 2024 Met Gala, which fueled speculation about her relationship with Affleck. Now, I was really hoping we'd see her there. Could have been a great comeback moment for her.
Kanye West is under fire from his Los Angeles neighbors as he's been holding auditions for his choir. Kanye had police called on him after he was blaring music, parading hate symbols, and conducting military-style drills. The tryouts have triggered nearly a dozen LAPD complaints in the past 60 days. Flyers are plastered all over the warehouse, and the flyers include some eyebrow-raising requirements. No one fat, all black clothing, and skin tone matching that of Sean Diddy Combs. It's also said that you have to be comfortable with wearing hate symbols. Sources with direct knowledge have said Kanye is blasting his own songs from outdoor speakers, shaking walls inside nearby homes, and making daily life unbearable. Eyewitnesses say black men with shaved heads are often seen outside the warehouse, dressed in black and standing in rigid formations, military style. The LAPD has said it's launched an investigation into at least one confirmed incident of vandalism. Despite multiple noise and disturbance complaints, neighbors claim the authorities have yet to intervene meaningfully. I'm sure this will continue to go on until Kanye and his crew find the right people for his choir, but honestly, I just feel so bad for his neighbors. Katy Perry has been under fire for her 11-minute so-called space flight she went on last week. And during her first concert on her new tour, she made fun of the whole thing, responding to her haters. During the first night of her Lifetime's Tour 2025, she recreated space choreography during the show, flying in the air at some points. Now, addressing her critics, she posed the question to the audience, "Has anyone ever called your dreams crazy?" Katy also posed for a selfie with two men wearing blue NASA jumpsuits. Now, following the backlash of her space trip though, it seems like Katy has been experiencing second thoughts about her flight. An inside source called the criticism unexpected for Katy and disheartening for the rest of the all-female crew. Katy doesn't regret going to space, it was life-changing. What she does regret is making a public spectacle out of it, the insider exclusively revealed to Daily Mail. She's mostly been made fun of when she returned back to Earth and got out of the pod. The source admitted that the star now regrets kissing the ground after the flight, as well as her close-up camera moments inside the capsule where she held up a daisy to the camera, promoted the setlist for her upcoming tour, and sang the lyrics "What a Wonderful World," all while suspended in microgravity. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry may be having marriage problems, as they are both branching out in different directions since their exit from the royal family. Harry has appeared to focus on his philanthropic endeavors and charity work, but Meghan has been big on promoting her business ventures, as she launched her Netflix show With Love Meghan, her lifestyle brand As Ever, and her new podcast series Confessions of a Female Founder. Royal commentator Bronte Coy noted on the couple's different point of focus, telling The Sun, "I sorta get the impression that Harry Harry would be really happy to just sort of be surfing and doing some charity duties every once in a while, but that's clearly not Meghan's focus, and that in itself is a relatively relatable issue. Meghan wants to be a billionaire celebrity. I think Harry appears to be happy to do just a few charity engagements and focus on those things that he likes. Now, with a big difference like this, will they be able to keep their marriage stable? Justin Bieber has been worrying fans and now his friends, as one friend, Ryan Good, has spoken out, fearing that Justin is in a cult. Now, Justin's longtime friend Ryan believes that Justin is in a cult as his inner circle continues to shrink. Ryan, who hasn't spoken with Justin for more than a year now, is concerned about his pastor, Judah Smith. Ryan, who worked as Justin's road manager and was his best man at his wedding, left that church as he reportedly didn't get along with Judah. Not to mention, Justin has cut ties with his fashion house Drew House that was run by Ryan. Now, Drew House sources say everything came to a head when Ryan left the church, as sources say Ryan believed Judah was controlling Justin, but it said that Justin ghosted Ryan, and now Justin has screwed over Drew House as he has left the company. Justin posted a now deleted Instagram story about quitting Drew House, urging fans to no longer support Drew. In the post, Justin wrote, "I, Justin Bieber, am no longer involved in this brand. Drew House doesn't represent me or my family or life. If you're rocking with me, the human, Justin Bieber, don't waste your money on Drew House." Now, it seems like Justin is really going through a lot right now, and we hope he gets through it. Ben Affleck and J.Lo seem to be fighting over the sale of their former marital house. The former couple's Beverly Hills estate is currently on the market for $68 million, but it's been said that since the start of the year, there's been no serious interest. They publicly listed the house in July 2024 as the couple spent $60 million on the 12-bedroom, 24-bath home in May 2023. Now, realtors are saying that they even paid too much for it, so an asking price of $68 million isn't reasonable. It said that Ben wants to lower the price, but Jennifer won't budge. Multiple realtors have spoken to news publications saying that the asking price is way too high, with several agents going as far to say that Ben and J.Lo need to drop the price at least 15% if they hope to sell. Now, other factors working against the couple are rising insurance costs. LA was hit hard by wildfires in January, and fire insurance prices are skyrocketing for homes in the area. With that in mind, sources have estimated that the insurance cost for Ben and J.Lo's place is $500,000 a year, which would be turning would-be buyers away. It seems like this house will sit on the market for way longer though, unless J.Lo decides to lower it and get less money from the sale. Penn Badgley, Blake Lively's ex-boyfriend, who was her co-star on Gossip Girl, has now spoken out about what it was like dating Blake. They dated for 3 years while working on the show, and Penn said this wound up blurring the lines between fiction and reality for him. It was the struggle, he confessed. What starts to happen when you're in one role for a long time, the aspect of celebrity being a part of it, a huge part of it, there is not enough separation, I think, for anybody. Now, Penn admitted that he didn't possess the emotional maturity to understand how to differentiate himself from his character in terms of self-worth. Now, this isn't the first time either of the stars have spoken out about their past relationship, as back in 2009, Blake confessed to Glamour of Penn, "At first, I was so upset that they hired him, actually poisoned the whole cast against him, but then they noticed that he wasn't a jerk and was actually a really nice, charming person. Almost immediately, I realized that too, but it took me about a week to admit it." Now, Lizzo has spoken out about her weight loss as she addressed it all while making a TikTok. She explained that she always makes sure to keep a close eye on what she's eating, and she advised her fans to find out what works for you. Something she implemented into her diet was stopping her Starbucks habit, which included her drinking 2 to 3 large Starbucks drinks a day. Now, the artist said that she guessed she was drinking about 1,200 calories with those drinks, which is honestly kinda insane if you think about it. In addition, she wanted to quit caffeine in order to regulate her nervous system. Now, Lizzo revealed in January that she reduced her body mass by 10.5 and lost 16% of her body fat. Now, at the time, she denied using Ozempic and proudly announced that she had achieved her weight loss goal. On Instagram at the time, she shared, "I did it. Today when I stepped on my scale, I reached my weight release goal." Lizzo said the weight loss made her feel lighter, energetically, and emotionally. And hey, you know what? good for her. Kanye West got kicked out of the Grammys with his wife Bianca Sensori, and it was insane. I mean, Kanye is known for being crazy, but this reached a whole other level. Now, Kanye was wearing an all-black outfit and Bianca was in a long black fur coat. But then she removed her coat on the red carpet, revealing her nearly naked look with a nude-hued sheer dress without any underwear or bra on. Now, she was pretty much naked and people were confused and also disgusted. Now, personally, I think it was not appropriate at all and it was just weird. Now, Kanye even stepped to the side so photographers could take photos of her. Again, it was just weird and gross and ugh. But the couple did not go inside the event. They actually walked the carpet and left. Then rumors swirled that the couple were escorted off the premises, having not been invited to the telecast. But speaking to a source close to the Grammys, Variety has refuted those claims. Instead, they write Kanye West walked the carpet, got in his car, and left. I don't know though. With pulling a stunt like that, they should have been kicked out. Now, Kanye then posted and deleted images from the evening on his Instagram account, captioning one of the photos with "Love Story." Now, Kanye was nominated last night for Best Rap Song for Carnival alongside Ty Dolla $ign, Rick the Kid, and Playboi Carti. Now, the track, which was released via his last album, Vultures 2, lost to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us during the pre-show awards presentation. But why was he kicked out? Well, due to his and his wife's behavior on the red carpet. Now, this appearance marked Kanye's first time attending the Grammy Awards in 10 years. He last appeared at the event in 2015 when he was nominated for Best Rap Sung Collaboration and Best Rap Song for Bound 2 from his 2013 LP Yeezus. Now, at the ceremony, Kanye performed 4 or 5 seconds with Paul McCartney and Rihanna, but he also did something so disrespectful at that show as well. Kanye once again pulled his notorious award show interruption stunt whenever a white artist wins over Beyonce by taking the stage when Beck won Album of the Year with Morning Phase over Beyonce. I just know that the Grammys, if they want real artists to keep coming back, they need to stop playing with us. We ain't gonna play with them no more, Kanye said following the incident to E! News. Because when you keep on diminishing art and not respecting the craft and smacking people in the face after they deliver monumental feats of music, you've disrespected the inspiration. Now, Kanye was also supposed to perform at the 2022 Grammys, but was later asked not to by the organization. So he was banned from performing at the show. Why? Well, it was due to his concerning online behavior, a rep for him confirmed. In 2022, Kanye kinda went off the deep end, posting and saying a lot of offensive things, and a report stated that the decision was made partially because of the concerns over possible interactions between Kanye and the Grammys host Trevor Noah. Now, Kanye used a slur against Trevor in an Instagram post regarding comments that he made regarding Kanye's split with Kim Kardashian, resulting in a 24-hour ban from the platform for Kanye. However, Trevor appeared to distance himself from the Grammys' decision then, tweeting, "I said counsel Kanye, not cancel Kanye." But over the past couple of days, Kanye had also been spotted acting irrationally online. Now, prior to the event, he unfollowed everyone on Instagram with the exception of Taylor Swift. He shared a screenshot of his following list on his Instagram stories, noting this, which is just weird considering the history he and Taylor Swift have. I mean, him and Taylor have had a feud since 2009. It all started when Taylor was accepting her VMA for Best Female Video, and suddenly, in the middle of her speech, Kanye stormed the stage and took the microphone from her and said the infamous line, "Yo Taylor, I'm really happy for you, I'ma let you finish, but Beyonce has one of the best videos of all time." Now, he ruined one of the biggest moments of Taylor's life and their feud ignited. There was some back and forth, but then actually in 2015 the pair were spotted together at the Grammys and seemingly made up, but that didn't last for long. In June of 2016, Kim Kardashian, Kanye's then wife, said she totally approved that regarding Taylor's knowledge of the lyrics of Famous before the song was released that Kanye had. Now, Kim added she totally knew that it was coming out, she wanted all of a sudden act like she didn't. "I swear my husband gets so for things when he was doing proper protocol and even called to get it approved." Now, in July, Kim released video footage of Kanye and Taylor on the phone discussing the song Famous. Now, Taylor had no idea that she was being recorded, but she did approve the lyric. "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex, lyrics and was supportive of it. But then the internet turned on her. Now, it's important for me to point out that she did not know or approve the lyrics "I made that be famous," which is the line that she actually had a problem with. Taylor then posted a statement saying, "Where is the video of Kanye telling me he was going to call me that B in his song? It doesn't exist because it never happened. You don't get to control someone's emotional response to being called that B in front of the entire world," she wrote in a note. "I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, one I've never asked to be a part of since 2009. Now, regardless of what Taylor said, everyone who wasn't a fan of her turned against her, with Kim and Kanye encouraging them. Then, in 2020, the full unedited version of the phone call came out, proving that Taylor never lied. She never approved the lyric "I made that be famous," like she said all along. Now, addressing the full video, Taylor posted on Instagram saying, "Instead of answering those who are asking how I feel about the video footage that leaked, proving that I was telling the truth the whole time about that call, you know, the one that was illegally recorded, that somebody edited and manipulated in order to frame me and put me, my family, and fans through hell for 4 years, swipe up to see what really matters." Now, Taylor then spoke about this during an interview with Time at the end of 2023, reflecting on her feud with Kanye, calling it a career death of sorts. "Make no mistake, my career was taken away from me," she told the outlet. "You have a fully manufactured frame job, an illegally recorded phone call, which Kim Kardashian edited and then put out to say to everyone that I was a liar. That took me down psychologically to a place I've never been before. I moved to a foreign country. I didn't leave a rental house for a year. I was afraid to get on phone calls. I pushed away most people in my life because I didn't trust anyone anymore. I went down really, really hard." So this kind of just proves that Kanye is really obsessed with Taylor, and again, it's just very, very weird. And then, of course, there's everything going on with his wife Bianca. Now, having her dressed like that on the red carpet is crazy, but it's not the first time something like this has happened. On January 13th, 2023, TMZ reported that Kanye and Bianca had secretly wed in a private ceremony. Now, many people online wondered about the legitimacy of this marriage, as Bianca looks exactly like Kim Kardashian, and many people were concerned for Bianca's well-being. Now, Kanye appears to control everything that she wears, and the looks are questionable at best. "Bianca, blink twice if you need help," has been a common comment on Instagram, while others have accused Kanye of dehumanizing his wife and exploiting her body for profit. Now, there's also speculation that Bianca's friends have expressed concerns about her relationship with Kanye. Now, it's also been said that her parents have concerns about her relationship with Kanye after they secretly tied the knot. Bianca's father, Leo, wanted to have a proper sit-down with Kanye and ask him what the hell he's thinking when he parades Bianca around like a trashy naked trophy pony, said a source who's close to Bianca. He wants to ask Kanye what he would do if his daughters North or Chicago were seen in public half naked in outfits encouraged by their husbands. Now, that statement was made actually over a year ago, and I wonder what they're thinking now about the stunt that the couple pulled last night, because it's just so icky and gross. Now, it's just the beginning of the year, so who knows what other crazy things this couple might do. All I know is I'm scared to see it.
Kanye West has a dark past, but even darker secrets. Some leaked footage exposes not only who he is, but what he's done, so get ready. Kanye West broke his silence as leaked footage of an intimate S-tape resurfaced amid a split from his wife Bianca Sensori. The controversy comes as West faces personal challenges, including a split from Sensori, who is reportedly overwhelmed by his recent unpredictable behavior. Kanye has spoken out after resurfaced allegations about a tape involving him gained traction. The controversy reignited after Hollywood fixer Kevin Blatt claimed he had prevented the tape from being made public over a decade ago. In 2012, a private intimate tape featuring Kanye West and an unidentified woman surfaced, leading to a scandal that made headlines worldwide. In response to a post featuring screenshots of Blatt's claims, West said on X, or as we used to know it, Twitter, "That was a fun night, can't wait to see it again." His remark posted Friday night quickly grabbed attention. Blatt, known for his work in the online adult entertainment industry, made the claim shortly after West's recent, anti-Semitic rants on social media. In his Instagram story, Blatt wrote, "Hey, at ye, remember that tape I helped you take off the market for you in 2012 in Vegas?" His post included a shirtless image of West, adding, "Yeah, didn't forget about what a horrible performance and small blank you had." Blatt later said that he intended to teach West a lesson by doing so. The tape was allegedly recorded in actually 2008, but it didn't surface until 2012. The tape was said to have been stolen from West's computer. The tape reportedly also showed West engaging in very explicit acts with an unidentified woman. Now, the woman's face was not visible in the tape at all, leading to speculation about her identity. In September 2012, Radar Online reported that a tape featuring West was being shopped around to various media outlets. The website claimed that the tape was about 20 minutes long and showed West engaging in these acts with the woman. Now, West's lawyer, quickly responded to these reports, threatening to sue anyone who published or distributed the tape. West himself didn't publicly comment on the scandal, and his lawyers quickly responded to the reports, just again threatening to sue anyone who had it. The identity of the woman in the tape again was never confirmed. Some reports suggested, that she was a model or maybe an actress, while others claimed that she was just a random woman West had met maybe at a party. The tape scandal led to a media frenzy, with many outlets reporting on the story, and Kanye's reputation took yet another hit, and he faced criticism for some fans, and fellow celebrities. According to reports, West actually paid the woman in the tape about $250,000 to prevent her from actually speaking publicly about the tape or selling it to any outlets. The settlement was allegedly part of a confidentiality agreement that prohibited the woman from discussing the tape or Kanye's personal life. The tape scandal was a major controversy, for West in 2012, and it led to a lot of negative publicity for the rapper, and of course now that it's resurfaced, it's a big talking point because many people are claiming it likely would expose a lot of additional dark secrets that West has been hiding to this day. It's not surprising that West has struggled with various personal demons, controversies, and scandals that have threatened to derail his career and reputation. Kanye West has been open about his struggles with mental health, particularly with bipolar disorder. In 2016, West was hospitalized for a psychiatric emergency after a series of just erratic and very concerning behavior. He later revealed that he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and had been struggling with the condition for years. Now, despite his openness about his mental health struggles, West had faced criticism for his handling of the issue. Some have accused him of using his mental health as an excuse for all of his bad behavior, while others have praised him for his courage in speaking out about his struggles. Kanye, as we know, has been involved in just numerous high-profile feuds with celebrities over the years, and one of the most notable one, was with Taylor Swift, which of course began at the 2009 VMAs when he stormed the stage and interrupted her acceptance speech. Now, West has also had public feuds with celebrities like Jimmy Kimmel, Justin Timberlake, and Drake. In some cases, these feuds have been fueled by West's, outspoken and often, divisive kind of opinions on social media. Kanye has been, a vocal critic of the music industry and its treatment of artists. In 2013, West actually went on a tirade against the Grammy Awards, accusing the organization of being racist and biased against black artists. He has also been critical of the music industry's, handling of royalties and artist compensation. Now, back in 2016, he launched a public campaign against Tidal, a music, streaming service owned by Jay-Z, accusing the company of ripping off artists. It didn't amount to anything though, and wasn't even really talked about much. Now, in 2013, he was sued by a paparazzo who claimed that West had attacked him at the Los Angeles International Airport. The photographer Daniel Ramos was sitting outside of the airport with a group of colleagues as the rapper came through. Now, according to his lawyer, when the photographer shouted, "Kanye, why can't we talk to you?" West tried to wrestle his camera out of his hands. The photographer fell to the ground and injured his right hip. Kanye, for this incident, got basically like a little slap on the wrist. The judge ordered him to attend like 24 anger management sessions, perform 250 hours of community service, and pay restitution to the victim. Kanye West's 2018 interview with TMZ is one of the most infamous moments of his career, and the footage as proof will forever haunt him, but it also exposed some dark secrets and thoughts that he has. Like, those people who just be saying whatever comes to mind? What do they call that? Letting your intrusive thoughts win? Well, yeah, that's like Kanye to a T. So on May 1st, 2018, West appeared on TMZ Live alongside conservative commentator Candace Owens to discuss his support for the president and his views on free thought. During the conversation, West made a statement that would spark widespread outrage. He said, "When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice." West's comment comment was met with immediate backlash from the TMZ staff, with one employee, Van, taking particular offense to the remark. West said, "Do you feel like I'm thinking free and feeling free?" Van then said, "I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought." He then said, "There are real world, real life consequences behind everything that you just said." He continued to say, "And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice." He concluded it by saying, "Frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something to me that's not real." It was basically the mic drop heard around the social media world. So many people on social media praised Van, and one person said, "Y'all, Van was sitting at his desk minding his own business. Little did he know that he would be called to give the testimony of his life." With another person saying, "Van is one of the few people that I've ever seen to shut down Kanye for this long while giving a class about real life for him." It's crazy because, watching it, you'll see Kanye kind of shocked and stopped in his tracks. Like, it's almost like he's like, "Man, ain't no one ever talked to me like that before." He was literally left speechless. Like, Van ate him all the way up and left not a single crumb. It looks like it was the first time he's ever been chastised or challenged. Now, West's argument was that, African Americans had been mentally imprisoned for centuries and that it was time for, them to kind of break free from that mindset. However, his comment was widely interpreted as, dismissive of the historical reality of slavery and the ongoing struggles of African Americans. In the aftermath of the interview, West faced, of course, intense criticism from across the entertainment industry and beyond. Many accused him of being ignorant and insensitive to the experiences of African Americans. West later attempted to clarify his comments, just saying he was trying to make a point about the importance of free thought and mental liberation. However, the damage had already been done. West's comments, on slavery sparked a national conversation about racism, privilege, and the responsibility of public figures to speak thoughtfully and accurately about sensitive topics. Love him or hate him, Kanye's West, 2018 interview with TMZ was a moment that will be remembered for years to come. And Van, well, he's been like goated, and people around the world thanked him basically for his service. Kanye West's personal life and relationships have been the subject of much speculation and controversy over the years. In 2014, he married reality TV star Kim Kardashian, with whom he has 4 children. Now, Keeping Up with the Kardashians for many seasons offered a glimpse into their lives, but of course it didn't give us, the tea we all kind of hope for when it comes to Kanye. He was basically showcased in a pretty decent light. However, Kanye's marriage to Kim has not been without controversy. In 2016, Kim was robbed in Paris, and West was criticized for his response to the incident. These robbers basically tailed her and pretended to be police before banging into her hotel room with a firearm. She was actually tied up and of course scared as ever. They robbed her of about $5 million in jewelry and left her alone with plastic ties on her wrist, which she was actually able to squeeze out of and then go scream for help. Now, multiple sources confirmed that Kim was deeply shaken after the incident and actually went on to take about a 3-month hiatus from the public's eye and social media. Many people thought Kanye didn't do enough to console her, and some even more sinister thoughts and rumors are that he actually ordered the hit. Sorry, I know that's so dramatic. Not hit, but ordered the robbery to happen in order to draw, insane attention to the couple in order to just promote his album. Honestly, those are just rumors, okay? So don't come for me, but that's just what I heard through the grapevine. Kanye, is full of dark secrets, so not much would or could surprise me.
It seems like Kanye West has done everything he can to ruin his own life. From his Twitter rants to selling problematic clothes, here's his decisions that resulted in him destroying his life. Now, first off, we have to talk about him on the Grammys red carpet with his wife Bianca Sensori. Kanye was wearing an all-black outfit and Bianca was seen in a long black fur coat. But she then removed her coat on the carpet, revealing her nearly naked body with a nude-hued sheer dress without underwear or a bra. Now, there are videos of this interaction, and while posing for photographers, Kanye said to her, "You're making a scene now," to which she nodded in agreement. He then added, "Make a scene and I say it'll make so much sense," before telling his wife to drop it behind you and then turn. "I got you," he reportedly consoled Bianca, who responded with, "All right, let's go." And then she dropped the coat, shocking everyone. Now she was pretty much naked and people were confused and also disgusted about this. Now Kanye even stepped to the side so photographers could take photos of her. It was just straight up weird, and this isn't the first time the couple have been in hot water. On January 13th, 2023, TMZ reported that the couple had secretly wed in a private ceremony. Now many people were concerned about this as Bianca looks exactly like Kim Kardashian, Kanye's ex, and people are concerned for Bianca's well-being. Kanye appears to control everything that she wears, or should I say lack of what she wears. Bianca, blink twice if you need help, is a frequent comment on their posts. People have accused Kanye of dehumanizing his wife and exploiting her body for profit, which I can't say that I disagree with. Now there's also speculation that Bianca's friends and her parents have expressed concerns about her relationship with Kanye. Bianca's father, Leo, wants to have a proper sit down with Kanye and ask him what the hell he is thinking when he parades Bianca around like a trashy naked trophy pony, said a source close to Bianca. He wants to ask Kanye what he would do if his daughters North or Chicago were seen in public half naked in outfits encouraged by their husbands, the source said. And then there's the Twitter rant that he went on recently that was just filled with disgusting things. Now he tweeted about him and his wife's choice to let her be nude on the Grammys red carpet and said, "I have dominion over my wife. This ain't no woke feminist shh. She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you? She definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without my approval, you stupid woke pawn." Now in another tweet he said, "Anyone who called my wife's Grammy look a stunt is dumb and lame. Yes, you. She's been dressing naked for 2 years. Now all of a sudden it's a stunt." Then Kanye went on to defend his fellow rapper Diddy, who is in jail for committing various serious crimes. "Please free my brother Puff, and I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl," he tweeted. Now Kanye also revealed that he started selling shirts where proceeds would go to Diddy. At Yeezy.com, "I'm selling the Sean John collaboration that me and my brother spoke about before they locked him up. We splitting the profits 50-50, he shared on social media. Now after this, Diddy's Instagram account posted, "Thank you to my brother at Yeezy.com. Now not to mention Kanye has sold some other problematic shirts as well, which was honestly just not okay. Then there was the time he shocked everyone at the end of his SNL episode where he wore a Make America Great Again hat and went on a rant that nobody knew about. In his 2018 appearance, Kanye had asked the oblivious cast and crew to join him on stage before launching into the impromptu remarks, only a snippet of which made it to air, including several hot takes about race and politics. "They bullied me backstage," Kanye said. "They said don't go out there with that hat on, they bullied me." Now he then went on to praise the then president. "Follow your heart and stop following your mind," he said. "That's how we're controlled, that's how we're programmed. If you want the world to move forward, try love. Thank y'all for giving me this platform," he said. Now NBC declined to comment on Kanye's actions, but it seems like no one really knew what he was going to do, and if they did, they definitely would have tried to stop him. So Kanye West is known for his rants, and he went on a lot of them when he and Kim Kardashian divorced, and then when she started dating Pete Davidson. Now Kanye claims that he and Pete were friends, so the fact that he went and dated Kim was the ultimate betrayal. Kanye then made it his mission to diss Pete any way he could, which was essentially him just bullying him all over the internet. Now Kim and Pete first met when she hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live on February 7th, 2022, but in August 2022, the couple broke up. Now a reason for their breakup probably had to do with Kanye. Kanye then made a song and a music video about taking Pete's life, and he named him Skeet. Now eventually at one point Kanye leaked texts between him and Pete, and he posted this to prove to to his fans that he wasn't letting Pete near his family. Pete says, "As a man, I'd never get in the way of your children. It's a promise. How you guys go about raising your kids is your business and not mine. I hope one day I can meet them and we can all be friends." But then Kanye replies in all caps, "No, you will never meet my children." Then Kanye shared a message supposedly from Kim, further exposing his relationship with his fans. Kim said, "You are creating a dangerous and scary environment and someone will hurt Pete and this will all be your fault." And Kanye once again, in all caps, said, "Upon my wife's request, please nobody do anything physical to Skeet. I'm going to handle the situation myself." Now, it seems like he hated letting Kim go and continued to embarrass her. With that in mind, all the times he went back and forth with Kim on social media, exposing their personal business was just too much. At one point, he posted on Instagram in February 2022 saying, "Yesterday, Kim accused me of putting a hit out on her. I'm being accused of putting a hit on her. These ideas can actually get someone locked up. They play like that with black men's lives, whether it's getting them free or getting them locked up. I'm not playing about my black children anymore." He then later posted, "Hold your spouse close. Make sure they know how much you love and appreciate them because there's a Skeet lurking in every dirty alley waiting to help destroy your family. At Kardashian, always remember West was your biggest W." Now, he then posted text messages between him and Kim where she asked him to stop sharing personal things like their text messages. "I know sharing screenshots was jarring and came off as harassing Kim," Kanye wrote in part. "I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener." But then he continued to post screenshots of their conversations. Some other notable posts he made were, "God, please bring our family back together." He wrote alongside several photos of Kim and their kids. And then weeks after Queen Elizabeth passed away, he posted, "London, I know how you feel. I lost my queen too." While Kanye has calmed down with posts about Kim, this behavior is just so alarming and honestly really shocking. And finally, we have his Donda Academy. It was his private Christian K-12 prep school, and tuition was $15,000 per school year, and there were rumors flying around about the parents of students having to sign NDAs. Now, two sources close to Donda students claim that those associated with the school were asked to sign confidentiality agreements, while a third source said they were not permitted to discuss the school at all. Now, Kanye had a rough 2022 with just being, well, a horrible person, and due to this, the school shut down that year on October 27th. We intend to begin afresh in September of 2023, and we are confident that our scholars will continue to advance as the creative innovators, courageous influencers, and academic leaders of the next generation, Principal Jason Angle wrote in an email that was sent to parents the night of October 26. It said the Donda leadership team would assist all families during the transition, but it seems like it never got back up and running. Donda Academy is currently listed as closed by the California Department of Education, which is honestly probably a good thing.
Kanye West and Bianca Sensori are eating up the social world right now. Let's look at their craziest moments so far that have left fans deeply concerned. The Grammys red carpet stunt. Of course, I have to start with this. It's so fresh and it's all the talk right now, so let's get into it. Bianca Sensori's performance in front of the paparazzi has left a lasting impression. I mean, she was pretty much naked, aside from like a thin, transparent mini dress and a pair of clear high heels. The 30-year-old climbed out of her car with hubby Kanye West and strutted down the red carpet in her thick black fur coat before dropping it and revealing all. It sent shockwaves through the world of pop culture, with people even questioning why she wasn't arrested for indecent exposure. West himself has been extremely vocal on the stunt, but almost everything he's posted to Instagram he has since deleted. It all took place on Sunday, February 2nd, while the pair attended the 67th Grammy Awards ceremony, which, 47-year-old West was up for Best Rap Song for his hit Carnival, which Kendrick Lamar ultimately took home the award for Not Like Us for it. Taking to his Instagram account on February 4th, he posted, "For clarity, my wife is the most Google person on the planet called Earth," before adding, "We beat the Grammys." Now, Sensori's 20-year-old sister, Angelina, has broken her silence with an Instagram comment on West's post sharing the now viral video of the big reveal. She also commented on a post shared by West, which of course has since been deleted, with a fire emoji. So the former architect's little sister is in her corner and looks to be supportive of, their antics. His post read, "Custom couture Grammy dress for the most beautiful ever, my love, my best friend, and my wife." On the same day, West shared 3 pictures, 2 of Google Trends and 1 of Sensori with her back to a camera at home, seemingly like in a practice shot. Now, the first picture taken from Google Trends shows how Bianca Sensori's Grammys, was searched more than Grammy winners 2025. The second Google Trends screenshot shows how US residents have searched about what his wife did more than like Beyonce Grammys, which is usually really popular, Benson Boone, Chappell Roan, and Doechii combined. So, a lot of hits there. It comes as a source close to West told The Sun on Sunday that the rapper allegedly used the Grammys to celebrate art through Sensori. They said, "People have called this a stunt, but to Ye, this is like his art. He turned up, made headlines around the world, and left. No one told him what to do, and even if they had, he wouldn't have listened." Kanye always planned to do the red carpet and leave. He'd never sit through the Grammys because it's so dull and boring. Sources describe Sensori as like a muse for West, adding, there's no coercion involved. This is what Kanye does. He makes a statement and the whole world talks about it. Well, goal achieved, that's for sure, because yes, people are talking about it. One person on social media said, "Poor girl, if he had any respect at all for his wife, he wouldn't have used her to his own gain. What a disgusting excuse of a man." With another person adding, "Kanye West is a coward. I don't see him stripping down, for art." Many people have said Sensori is sadly under control, and the whole thing is just like deeply unsettling. Despite initial reports that they were actually kicked out, we later learned that that wasn't actually true, and the rapper and his wife just intentionally got in his car and left the event immediately after walking the carpet. Let's talk about their NSFW water taxi incident, shall we? Now, during a trip to Italy in August of 2023, Kanye West and Bianca Sensori were involved in an indecent incident on a water taxi in Venice, Italy. The incident went absolutely viral, and the couple were banned from the water taxi company for like life. They were also under investigation by Italian police, and to not leave you wondering, let me explain what happened. So while on a boat, West was seen with his pants down with Sensori in or like on his lap, basically nestled into it. Imagine that for yourself. Kanye West and Bianca Sensori never spoke about the shocking events on the water taxi in Italy, despite being banned for life and being investigated. However, the rapper appears to reference the act in a song from his album Vultures. In one of his songs, West could be heard rapping about getting some play from his wife in public. The throwaway lyric in the song definitely caught the attention of people listening to it. At the time, videos and photos of the couple aboard the water taxi went viral and were circulated all over the internet. Like, it would be hard not to miss it. Tourists and locals, especially those on neighboring water taxis, could be seen like staring at the couple, who seemed completely unaware of their busy and crowded surroundings. After a certain period of time had passed, the couple quickly disbanded from their intimate moment and rushed into the more private area of the boat that had like a roof. Now, why they didn't think to do that in the first place is beyond me, but then again, this is Kanye for you. Kanye's not dumb. He knew exactly, what would come of this, so he definitely got the attention he was so desperately seeking, clearly. It's reported that while on the water taxi, West and Sensori were also accompanied by a mysterious woman who was reportedly their guide on their Italy trip. Now, shortly after the videos and photos went viral on social media, Venezia Motoscafi, which is the company that owns the water taxi they were on, condemned the couple's actions in a statement. The company emphasized, that West and Sensori were no longer welcome to use their water taxis, and noted that they were completely unaware of the incident until it hit the internet. They also revealed that the driver of the water taxi had no idea that West and Sensori were up to no good, as he was busy, monitoring the traffic ahead of them. So that makes sense. I mean, the company's statement read, "On board, the driver had to keep a lookout for traffic and did not see these obscenities. If this had happened, he would have immediately disembarked and reported the transgressors to those in authority." In addition, there was a third person on board the taxi who accompanied Mr. Mr. and Mrs. West, who obstructed the captain's view to the stern in any case. We completely dissociate ourselves from such acts and behavior. Mr. West and his wife will certainly no longer be welcome on board our company's boats. Now, shortly after being banned from the water taxi service, it was revealed that the couple was under investigation after multiple people actually called to report West and Sensori's raunchy act. A police source said, of the incident, there are standards of public decorum that have to be followed by tourists and locals alike, and any breaches are severely punished. The images of West with his trousers down while in a taxi as he and his partner, crossed the lagoon were seen all over the globe. They also added, you could clearly see his trousers were half down, and we have received complaints from people who witnessed it. Now we have identified the driver of the boat, and we will be asking him what he saw as well. The source further claimed that the photos and videos of the couple posted online were just hard proof, that they were involved in a state of intimacy. Well, despite a lot of talk, from the look of things, the couple got off scot-free, as there were no reports of charges ever being brought against them in Italy. Aside from these two well-known moments, there hasn't been much more standout incidents between the couple, which makes sense because they haven't been together for too long. But some other things that have made people concerned are Bianca's bold fashion choices, which many people actually think she has no say in. A lot of people are under the impression that Kanye is controlling her every move, but also picking out every piece of clothing she wears or doesn't wear. Since marrying Kanye, she has been really experimenting with her style, wearing almost nothing but very provocative outfits, with one actually consisting only of body tape. Now, these fashion choices have done nothing but make headlines every single time. And while she sports these risky outfits all the time, Kanye does the complete opposite, wearing an overwhelming amount of clothing, sporting shoulder pads and soleless sock shoes on several occasions. A lot of people online have said it looks like Kanye might be into some weird kinks and is using Sensori to fulfill these passions. One person that's extremely against the way Bianca dresses is, of course, his ex-wife Kim Kardashian. She's been very vocal about her dislike for what Beyonce wears. She's been very vocal about her dislike for what Bianca wears, especially around her kids. And it's alleged that she told Kanye multiple times that Bianca needs to start dressing, in a more conservative manner when around the children that they share. She apparently instructed Kanye to never let Bianca, dress like that around their kids ever. And she's apparently even surprised that Kanye would even let his wife, leave the house looking like that. Everything honestly has been a hot mess. In April 2023, she wore a sheer head-to-toe ensemble with her face completely covered when they showed up for the Fear of God runway show. And in February 2024, during Milan's Fashion Week, she arrived with Kanye wearing a black leather bodysuit that didn't include pants. And in June 2023, as they were heading to a Sunday church service in LA, she was seen wearing a black head-to-toe outfit with a sculptured padded ring kind of encircling her shoulders and neck. It was weird and honestly not cute at all, but what do I know? I'm not the fashion police, and maybe some of you are, and maybe some of you like it. So if you like it, I love it. So let me know your thoughts on Bianca and Kanye West.